So we made a quick and easy polygonal forms, two options right here. But looking at this thing, I noticed that this little bend right there, it's not very much, that much of a bend at all. Actually, it seems like it's such a slight fold that it kind of bothers me a lot. So I'm going to modify these two forms. I'm going to keep the original ones, copy, and then work on the copy right here. Get rid of these two. Whoops. Get rid of the end walls, and try to make it so that this is just one flat surface. Right now it cannot be one flat surface because it's always going to be triangulated because the points are different, right? This will change the roof a little bit, so I'm going to just kind of get rid of these guys for now. Okay? And I'm going to try to flatten this part out. In order to do so, I have to decide where I want to flatten this out. What I can do is to make another triangle from these two sides. What that does is to make a guide. Actually, this one may not work right here. Okay. So what I want to do is to try to get this thing so that when I look straight at this thing, let me get this as the center. When I look straight at this thing, it will, the surface and that surface will be aligned. See how that is crisscrossed? And I can't really have that. So what I need to do is to try to trim either this side or this other side to make this into a flat surface. And like I mentioned, the other one probably will not work because this does not intersect at that point. So what I'm going to do is to try to make the triangle from the other direction. With that, I can use the surface, whoops, the surface right here, to use that to cut this portion of this wall right there. Okay, so I am right now, the C-plane is on the world top, which is where it should be. For this purpose, I'm going to set the C-plane on this new triangular surface that I made. So with that, I'm going to say File, Perspective. I'm going to set C-planes, and I'm going to set to Object. And the object I want to set it to is this new surface that I have. Notice the C-plane moved, and notice the C-plane kind of intersect a little bit with this part right there. With that, I should be able to create a new four-sided surface from here to here to here and out somewhere in space. What that is actually doing is finding out a point where this part kind of extends out. Okay, I'm going to set how I did that. So I can make the size anything that I want, because all I'm really doing is using it as the surface to cut the other thing with. Okay, and that surface is going to be drawn on this new C-plane anyway. So with that, I should be able to say split, and split this object with this one, and notice that it split this part of the extra fin right there. Get rid of that because I just did that for a guideline anyways. And now I am going to set this C-plane back to world top. Oops, set C-plane, world top. And now I should be able to create a surface right on this guy right here. And now it does not have a tweak or bend. Remember, if I did not do that and try to create a surface on this using the 3 or 4 points, it will be warped. Remember, sometimes that is why we need this surface to be a triangle. So if we don't want this warping happening, or try to make a triangular surface, we're going to have to trim some of the walls down so we could get the 2 walls to be parallel to each other, or 2 edges to be parallel to each other. Since this guy, we don't need it anymore, I'm just going to get rid of it and copy this one over so that we could try to recreate the walls. I'm sorry, the roof. So from there to there to there, that's one roof. From there to there to there, that's the other roof. Select the 2 surfaces, flip, and there it is. Now we have a simplified surface on this end, not the triangulated stuff like we have right there. Okay, this one too, I'm going to replicate this guy and use a triangulation, and there I have the same version of this except without that folded plane. Okay, from here what I really need to do is to select which one I want to use as a template for my model.